All right, so we are back here now. We are going to do the next drawing in this series of drawings for part files for our clock. That's going to be the top part. Now, the top, again, as you look at it, is oriented in the same way that the bottom piece is. So rather than drawing on the XY plane, we will again utilize and draw our sketch on the XZ plane so that we kind of get that flat reference here. So, and the dimensions on this particular part will be 5 inches by 6.5 inches again there as well. So a little different on the width, length will be the same. So let's go ahead and begin. We will start by going back into creating a new part. So all of this should by this point start to be kind of um, familiar to you, where you should be able to kind of grab hold of this and get it now. So we're clicking on Start 2D Sketch. The sketch plane that we want to sketch on is going to be the XZ plane right here. So I will left click on that. Again, that rotated around. So I'm just going to go over to my view cube here, and I'm going to click that rounded arrow there to show that I can rotate that around. Let's kind of move this out and zoom out just a little bit so that I can get in there. So we will select the rectangle 2-point tool. I'm going to click on the origin, move my cursor up and to the right. And now in this case, we're still going to be 6.5 or 6.5 inches. And I will tab over, and here we're going to be 5 inches in terms of that width. So there we go. We can kind of hit the top view here just to bring it in closer. So we'll finish the sketch. So it kind of zooms in too close that way. So we'll grab the home button in my view cube. And now I want to extrude this up. So 3/4. Now again, you can enter the decimal equivalent. So you can either enter 0.75, which is the decimal equivalent of 3/4, or I can actually type in 3/4. In this case, I will go 3 divided by 4, which is 3/4, and hit enter. So now I've got my three-dimensional block here. I need to change the material. So right here where it says generic on the top toolbar, I'll click that drop down arrow, and then I'm going to scroll all the way down till I get to oak for my material. Now, in this case, we also want to, just like we did on the bottom, we also want to put a round over, or what we refer to as a fillet, a 3/8 fillet. But in this time, instead of doing it on just 3 of the corners or the edges, we're going to do it on all 4. So if you recall, we're going to go to the 3D model tab, the modify panel, and the fillet tool. So again, so here's the 3D model tab. I'm looking here, my modify panel is right here, and my fillet tool is right here. So I'll click on that fillet. Now we got to change that radius to 3/8. So go ahead. I don't imagine very many of you know off the top of your head that 3/8 is 0.375 decimal equivalent. So I'm just going to go 3 divided by 8, enter that radius in, and then I'm going to select all 4 of these top corner edges there in this case. So now you'll see I've selected each of those. Let me cancel this for a second. I'll go back. We'll do that one more time so you can see it. So here's the fillet tool. I'm at 3/8 radius. So I'm going to left click all 4 of these corners, these corner edges, to get my radius on there, and I'll hit apply. Then cancel out and close out of that screen. So this part is ready to go. So we're going to go File, Save As, and in this case, this is the top. So I'll go TOP, top, hyphen, your first initial, your last name. Now remember, this is, if I hit the save button right now, this is going to save this under something that I've got called clock here. So we want to make sure that we navigate through to the desktop, save that on the desktop. I'll hit save. So we will be good to go. So, and I've saved that there on my desktop. It's good. I can close that out. This part file is done as well.